Hi, this is Uji Shamit, and this is my project pitch for SIT 210 Embedded Systems. And in this particular project, I've created an LPG gas detector system to detect LPG gas leaks and whatnot. These are my table of contents. For this one, particularly, I have problem statement where I discuss the problem and give you some sort of solution for it. And then there's the hardware and software requirements for this particular project, the limitations that this particular project has, and feature extensions that I could add to this project to make it a whole and more efficient as time goes by. So the first problem is particularly problem is there are a lot of houses that experience gas leaks regularly, and which can be extremely hazardous to the human life itself, as if it is inhaled, it can displace air and deprive your lungs of oxygen, which causes hypoxia and which leads to suffocation at times, and can also cause serious explosion, which can lead to fatal burns. So for this particular problem, I've created an LPG gas detector which can be used to detect any gases like butane or propane or carbon monoxide if there is a particularly like a fire caused because of the gas leak itself. Uh, Basically, what my project does is that it informs the user by the help of an alert on their phone if they are not at home, or if they are at home and they don't have their phone with them, they could easily hear it because there will be a trigger of a buzzer and a strip of LED lights which could let the user know that there's a gas leak. Uh, the most innovative thing that I'm bringing into this particular project is that in the industry right now, they only give out like alarms and flash LED lights, but with my system, I will send the owner of the system SMS text to let them know about the problem they're having at their home. Now the hardware requirements are like pretty simple. First, we need a Raspberry Pi to connect all the gas sensors and whatnot, and to write the Python code itself into it. Then we get the argon particle for getting getting the text messages to the user itself, to access the Wi-Fi, if I may so myself. Then the breadboard comes in, and the breadboard is used to connect all the particles like the jumper wires, the LED lights, the argon, the LCD monitor, and whatnot. And then comes the LED lights for letting the user know that there's a gas leak. Then there's the buzzer. Then the most important component, the MQ2 sensor, which detects the gas if there is a gas leak. And at last, it's the LCD monitor, which will show us the purity of the air all the time. And now we come to the software requirements for this particular project. First, we'll need a Python, so write the codes. Then I've triple T trigger, which basically sends notification to the user, and then webhook. So webhook will basically be used to get the charts of what kind of purity of air is there, so the user can look at it and have a guess of at what time there was a gas leak or whatnot. And the particle dot I is used for basically for the code written in the argon, so we can connect it to the IF triple T trigger and get some notifications out of it. So this particular project has its own limitations, as it can as it can only detect the impurity in the air itself, but cannot even comprehend to differentiate between two gases like propane or carbon monoxide. So it cannot detect multiple gases at one time. It can only tell you if there is something going on. So basically, what it does is like it won't be able to tell the difference between if there is a LPG gas leak or a fire at their home. And the feature extensions for this particular project, well, we can add automated code and a better sensor for multiple gas detections. And we can also have, as you can see in this particular project, we have a lot of wires that connect for the connections between different components. We can terminate by providing better and wireless connection between the components of the project. And we can also add a big LCD TV which can show us the purity of the air and what kind of gases are present in that particular air itself. So that's my particular pitch. Thank you for watching.